Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The game this Saturday as number 1 Ohio State travels to Ann Arbor to face the Wolverines at noon. Ryan Day was asked yesterday if coaching this week is fun.
Like I say, fun is kicking ass, and that's what we want to do on Saturday. So we're preparing to do that, and that's it.
The Ohio State women's basketball team in action at 1:30 this afternoon. They're in the championship game of the Baja Mar Pink Flamingo tournament down in the Bahamas. They take on number 21 West Virginia. Tyler Danberg has the call in 15 minutes over on the Fan 2. The Columbus Blue Jackets hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight at 7. Pre-game coverage here on the Fan begins at 6:30. This one's sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, give Mark Levy's office a call at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online, sleepbettercolumbus.com.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner Funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, and here we go. 3-hour show stuffed into a 2-hour bag. Pre-Thanksgiving. But we don't mail it in here, folks. We're all here all the time. We got a nice show for you packed up today. We got Shefty at 1:30. We will hit Hockey and Hounds on a game night for the Jackets against Toronto. Sivo will jump on with us at 2:30, and we'll talk about responding to the clunker they had the other night. Meanwhile, Toronto is trying to get some of their dudes back. Austin Matthews looks like he's going to go tonight for Toronto. They've lost 2 to the Jackets this year already, so revenge is in the air, and I think that should be a fairly intense game tonight at Nationwide. My boys are here. Matty Ice to my right, TLC behind the glass. How you feeling?
I am good. It's Thanksgiving Eve. I've been telling you all week that the headphones that I have been using now for a few years were on their last leg. Like I've been all week, sound's been going in and out. And as soon as I plug these bad boys into the box today, zapped, completely gone. Lucky for me, there was a pair of headphones right here next to me, so I'm ready to go. So the cleats I came out of the tunnel with blew out of those like I was Zion Williamson at Duke, but I'm here and I'm ready to go. And Thanksgiving's right around the corner. I can't complain at all. How are you? How was your night? Birthday week is still rocking and rolling?
Still rocking.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Still churning.
Okay, good. Yeah, my night last night was pretty chill. Just laid low. Buckeye basketball was on. Had some other stuff popping off as well. And, I think we got a little behind enemy lines or, a peek behind the scene as to how TLC's night was last night. Because TLC, I heard, was at the Buckeye basketball game last night. And somebody reached out to me and said, Matty Ice, you may want to tap into that post-game press conference that happened with Coach Diebler yesterday because your boy was in the building, and apparently he had something interesting to ask.
You in the presser last night?
I'm always in the presser.
He's always in the building.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought maybe you were just a casual observer in the back.
No, I try to get creative.
His brother's a part of the grind. He wants to get in on it with his brother as well. And so
does that allow you to ask the tough question when you have a family member on the staff? Can you be that guy?
There were a couple times where I asked, like when I definitely asked my brother the questions that I'm about to ask Diebler anyway. And so it's just kind of a game of like, what answer am I going to get? And is it the same answer? Like when Devin Royal was hurt a few games ago, I asked my brother, I'm like, was Devin Royal hurt? Because like he spent every time that he was on the bench, he was on the bike and nobody else was doing that. And so I asked my brother that. I'm like, was Devin Royal hurt? He's like, yeah. But I mean, he went back in the game and kept playing. But then I was just curious. And then, I mean, like Jake Diebler didn't hide it. He's like, oh yeah, he was dealing with something, but he was able to go out there. And then he missed the next game. So it's not like there was anything that was like super secretive about it. I was just curious about the comparison of the answers.
So our guys out there grinding.
Here's the good news.
Yeah.
There's good news and bad news. The good news is you and I now feel like we have a mole inside the program. That's the good news.
Yeah.
Right? In case if there's something interesting.
You're closer to Diebler than I am. Diebler knows who you are. We established out on the golf course.
I feel like this is bad news and that he's already revealed his source. So now if he says all
the information.
I know, but if you have any information, we know where it's going to come from. Who's calling? It's
probably Diebler.
Your bro.
I have no idea. Oh, I don't know.
It's a weird ring.
Somebody calling the hotline right
Westwood
now?
One's calling me. I'll get back to him. You two talk.
Okay, so
the bad news is if we get a nugget of something, like if there's something out there that we want, and he's now going to be afraid to reveal what it truly is because it'll always come back to his bro, and he won't want to get his bro in trouble with the staff.
Correct.
So he did something very rookie there. He revealed his source. Never do that.
No.
Don't say how you know. Just say you know.
It's a teachable moment for him right now. But AR.
Now, if there's something really interesting about the basketball program this year, and we need to know something, and we go to him, and he lets us know, that's going to come back on his brother. We don't want that to happen.
Can't get him in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm back. What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about some of the really hard-hitting questions that happened at the presser last night.
I promise you none of them had to do with my brother.
No, but there was...
He doesn't feed me questions, just to be clear.
Feed me, Seymour.
First of all, I take my own creativity too serious for that. I'm not taking anybody telling me what to ask.
I take my own creativity. Gong.
I'm an artist.
I'm an artiste. All right. So there was one hard-hitting question that I heard at the presser last night.
Yeah.
It was great.
We have,
Wait, you know what I'm talking about?
The question that I asked?
No. I'm just saying there was one hard-hitting question. I didn't make the assumption it was yours.
Oh, I didn't know if you had the audio from last night ready to play for me.
Oh. Well, maybe we do. Would the folks like to hear it?
Fire away.
There's no maybe.
Right.
We got the
Here's
audio.
the question that was asked by our producer, TLC.
And he
Coach
loved it.
Diebler last night. We don't have the entire question. I think we just have the highlight of it. Ready?
Okay. Go for it.
Heart monitors that look like sports bras that all your players wear.
He loved that question more than anything.
What was his face?
What was the rest of the
looking
question
like when you asked him that?
No, he loved it. In fact, I wish we had the whole audio because it'd be like a highlight reel for me because it was his favorite question.
No, I will say this. Our guy Rhyme Time, he was back here in the studio cutting some things up. Our guy Beamer doing some post-game stuff as well. Rhyme Time did tell me that Coach Diebler did roll for about 1.5 to 2 minutes based off of that question that we just heard from our guy. So it wasn't something he just shot down immediately and moved on to the next question. He went on and on about it. So he must have liked the question.
You felt the
about
need.
sports bras.
You felt the need after the heart monitors because he knows his guys wear those. You felt the need to illustrate what they might be like to help him understand what his players are wearing.
Heart monitors that look like sports bras that all your players wear.
Like you felt the need to then go one more level. Like, I'm not sure you know what I'm talking about with these heart monitors. They're like sports bras. I don't know if you know that.
That was for Reimer and Beamer. I didn't hear back from either of them, so I guess they were not impressed.
What, did they bet you to ask the question?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I know they're back there listening.
Rhyme Time texted me right after that and said, please.
He didn't text me.
He said, pass this along to AR.
Yeah,
you guys
he didn't
have
want
to play this tomorrow.
All right.
He didn't want you to know.
I'll tell on myself. After I said that,
I do it myself, Joe.
I was definitely expecting a text from Reimer to say, hey, I loved that question. I never got one. But now that he texted you, now I know that he's amused by it.
I would have loved to seen also, AR, the faces of the other media members in the room when he asked that question.
Well, I was in the back of the room, so I only saw the backs of people's heads, so I don't know. But maybe some eyebrows went up.
Probably.
Jake Diebler loved that question.
Maybe they thought you were a plant.
And just, I'm a plant for you guys. Hey, look, man, I'll look out for the content of this show.
Appreciate it.
Now,
Good stuff right there.
I can't go in there and host my own talk show in front of his face because that's his environment. So I got to be respectful of that, but I can sneak in a little line.
Good job. All right.
But do
You
you want to know
set the
what the question was?
Yeah.
I was asking who on your staff gets the live information from the monitors? How do they communicate it to you? And does it affect your rotations in real time? And he said, I could do an entire press conference about that, but I'll try to keep it short.
So he does take
loved
the live data
Yeah.
in game.
And he went on to talk about how Ohio State's got great resources and how he wants to be able to use all the tools that they have provided to him how he has meetings with the physio team every single week.
Physio team.
Now, his answer basically said that in terms of like the live reaction to the information, that's more of a practice thing, it seems like, in terms of like what kind of workload to get guys in practice. I don't think he didn't say this. And, when you ask him a 3-part question, it's hard to remember all 3 questions that are asked. Like sometimes when Ryan goes, Tim, I don't even know where to start with that one, right? But basically, it seems like it's more of a practice sort of situation.
Yeah,
I don't think he's affecting the substitutions.
So
but I was asking.
You actually took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to ask you, what data would he be getting back in the middle of a game that would force his hand to say, this guy's exhausted?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
So that's why you ask.
Good call.
It was a good question. We know a little bit of extra spice to it with the whole sports bar.
Well,
project,
yes, because I think he wanted people to know, like the average person out there, that the heart monitor isn't like something that's actually taped to their chest or something weird like that. Or
they're sports bras.
Yeah. Heart monitors that look like sports bras that all your players wear.
I will say his face didn't move like at all when I said that, and I was kind of expecting it to.
And does he know
phased.
exactly who you are? Like,
no,
he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that I'm your producer, and he doesn't know that my brother's a manager.
Interesting. Okay.
As far as I know.
But after that question, he might have said.
No, if Jake Diebler walked in here.
He wanted to know later, like, okay, by the way, who was that guy?
You had a fan hoodie on last night, didn't you?
Yeah, and I usually do.
All right, well, then you're
I'll say if Jake Diebler were in the studio, he would recognize me. He wouldn't know my name, and he wouldn't have known in advance.
Yeah, you're sports bra guy.
Let me ask you,
if you two were in the press conference, he would know you guys by name.
Let me ask you this. Did you just ask the question, or did you say Jake or Coach?
We got to find the
All right, no.
That's what we got to find.
I didn't say, no, I can give you the answer for this. I don't think I led into it with either.
You just asked the question.
The very first game, I asked the first question, and I said Jake, and I wrote down Jake in my notes because I was terrified I was going to say Coach because I never would have let it. I never would have gotten rid of that.
We would have dunked on you for it.
I know.
We would have dunked on you.
I think in that setting, you could have called him Coach, and you wouldn't have felt bad about it. Like in that setting, you were the one that told us in a social setting. He's on the job. I think there's your loophole. I think you could have said, Coach.
You know what? That is a good point because I do believe that when we're in press conferences, we're in their environment. If he were in this studio, he's in our environment. So he'd definitely be Jake in this studio.
It's like when you see your doctor on the golf course, you can ask him, you can call him by his first name.
What up, Doc?
When you're in his office, you might want to say Doc.
See, I'm going Doc wherever he's at because that's my doctor.
I am too.
Yeah.
It's also different because it's also different because he is my brother's coach in a way. So like by association.
So he has some authority over the family. And so I still
technically
think,
yes.
See, so he's coach.
I'm still I wrote down Jake in my notes and I was reading it word for word. I'm like, I gotta call him Jake.
Shout out to Buckeye basketball. 6-0 to start the year.
Mount St. Mary's is garbage. Who cares about that game?
Were they laying 30 last night or more?
They won 113-60 for the folks that don't know.
We've got some Ryan Day coaching show stuff to share with you about his quarterback playing in the cold. And Urban Meyer was on with Bishop and Friends, and he's got something on what should scare Michigan. That's next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Toyota-thon is on, and there's no better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota. Now through December 1st, get 2.99 APR financing on remaining new 25 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 for $259 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing, together to serve you better.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit A Home for the Holidays, Columbus.org to buy your tickets. That's A Home for the Holidays, Columbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Back for a limited time, the French dip from Firehouse Subs. Piled high with premium roast beef, caramelized onions, and melty provolone cheese on a freshly toasted garlic butter roll. Served with warm, savory au jus for dipping. This premium French dip is only at Firehouse Subs for a limited time. head to your nearest Firehouse Subs or order ahead and skip the line. And remember, Firehouse Subs catering is perfect to feed the whole crew on game day. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last.
We have made our community a very important part of our business. One of the things that many people may not realize is that I was born and raised in Columbus. Our plant is in Columbus. All of our employees are from Ohio. And the community hears about all this stuff. And so the community trusts us.
See for yourself. Visit RosatiWindows.com or come to our showroom located at 4200 Roberts Road.
Oakland Nursery has been a holiday tradition since 1940. Immerse yourself in this total experience of sights, sounds, and aromas. And of course, it's not truly Christmas without Santa. Visit Santa at Oakland Nursery and let him know what's on your list. Saturdays and Sundays, November 29th through December 14th, from noon to 3:30 at all 4 Oakland Garden Centers. Oakland Nursery is a treasured holiday shopping experience complete with Santa. Make your own Christmas memories this year at Oakland. For 85 years, Christmas starts at Oakland Nursery.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports ball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Oh, this week it's Rivalry Week, or as we like to call it, Beat Michigan Week, or Try Not to Get Pepper Sprayed Week. Rivalry Week sounds better. Let's go with that.
Rivalry Week on the Fan is sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Ryan Day's proven he has what it takes to win a natty, but can he take control of the biggest rivalry in sports? Will Julian Sayin or Jeremiah Smith have a Heisman moment? Will the fan staff consume 500 wings in a single setting? Let's find out together. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies for most of the day today and plunging temperatures down into the 30s by the afternoon, but gusty winds will make it feel like we are in the 20s. For tonight, mostly cloudy with lows in the 20s, but with those gusty winds continuing, our feels like could be in the teens in some spots. And for Thanksgiving Day, mostly cloudy, mainly dry with highs in the 30s, but breezy winds will make it feel like we're in the 20s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Want to jinx your favorite sports team?
Please get out of my Van Halen t-shirt before you jinx the band and they break up.
Just ask Maddie to print your shirts. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, Urban Meyer was on with Bishop and Friends. And it was a great interview. And they talked about the 7-0. And by the way, that's probably the one record. I mean, no one's leaving this rivalry undefeated. They're just not. And he did. And people were talking about him coming back and all that. And I kept saying to you guys, the one thing he may never want to risk is that. And it sounded to me like when Bo asked him about that, that's maybe the most important thing in his whole resume is growing up in the rivalry and being undefeated in the rivalry. And so why risk that ever? Why run into them ever? Even if it's not Ohio State. Like if he's not coaching Ohio State, like if he'd go to LSU or back to Florida and he runs into Michigan in a playoff game or something. Like I feel like
it's a flex. It's a great flex to have.
It's just one of those that no one will ever have.
Yeah, it's kind of got a little bit of that Jordan 6-0 in the finals vibe to it, right? Yeah. Like on one of the biggest stages, you want undefeated, and especially when we know how important this rivalry is to this fan base, and not only to the fan bases, but to just the sport in general. So yeah, Urban, it's always felt to me over the last couple of years that he's good where he's at.
He said he's done coaching. I mean, he said it numerous times.
He's having a good time breaking stuff down on the Big Ten Network. start doing stuff on Fox. So he's around the game enough to where I think he can scratch the itch and still enjoy being on the outside looking in and still feeling like on the other side of that coin, too, that I'm a part of the sport that I love.
I think it's the era, too, that is making him stay away.
Yeah.
It's not that he doesn't like football. He clearly does. Yeah. But and maybe on game day he would love it. But everything else that goes into it, I don't think he'd be into. I don't think it's just – if he was in it, I think he'd deal with it. If he was still in it,
but he may not
deal with
enjoy it.
But coming back to it, I don't think that's something he wants. Now, if you told me or him that Notre Dame's open and they want you –
probably think about it. You got to think about it, right?
I think for him, I just think there's an emotional pull for Notre Dame. And the fact that if Notre Dame were to open at some point and he could kind of, get in there at a good time when Notre Dame is clicking a little bit, or if Marcus were to leave, then maybe. But it just doesn't sound like it. But he doesn't have to answer that question because it's not open.
I think both Urban and Nick Saban are riding that same wave.
Different ages.
Well, I just said, these guys grew up coaching in a different era, right?
Yeah.
And Saban pulled the plug right when things started to get hot and heavy with the transfer portal and NIL and all that. And when you're a coach that's cut from a different cloth from some of these other guys right now, it's an uncomfortable thing, and it just adds more to the grind because it's already a grind and always has been a grind, but now – the re-recruiting of your own roster, the rubbing, elbows with all these boosters and collectives and all that, and having to keep them happy. That way the money keeps coming in. Can totally understand why those guys that kind of coached in that era, like, I'm good where I'm at. They can make plenty of money doing the TV stuff right now and being around the sport that they really love.
So he's analyzing the game, obviously, because he'll be doing a lot on TV in the pregame show for Big Noon Kickoff. And he knows that there are two young quarterbacks in this game. And there was a focus on Bryce Underwood, the freshman for Michigan. Big kid, 6'4", 225. Had his best day of the year against Northwestern, but Michigan's still completing at 61%. So not great. He can sail it. I've seen him do it. Probably should have had a pick at Maryland. But Ohio State has such an edge with this defense against a young quarterback that it seems like that's where this has to go. I mentioned to you guys the other day that the whole thing is making them throw it. Like, they have 5 red zone passing touchdowns this year. Ohio State has 19. Like, it's one of those, it's just a massive edge in this game. And here's Urban about Michigan and what should scare them as far as staying on schedule.
Facing a young Bryce Underwood, I'm going to make this comment on TV, is that if I'm that coach at the Wolverines, I'm not putting that kid in third and long, and I'm trying to shorten this game and run him and move the chains and get first downs, because you drop back to pass against this defense. There's a variety of things that can happen. 2 of them are really, really bad, and that's sacks and turnovers. And that's when games get out of hand fast. So it's great as an offense coach. I think, going into a game, if you score the ball 2 or 3, if you score the 3 times, you win the game. And you can find ways to score 3 times.
That's it. So Urban just put it in cement. Ohio State gets to 21, they win. It's almost sounded like a guarantee in his mind. Now, I wouldn't go that far in saying that if 21 wins the game, but you would feel very comfortable, which he does. The other thing he said was, I'd run the kid. He's got 322 yards. He's averaging 4.7 every time he takes off. He's got a 37-yarder. He's got 5 rushing touchdowns. But that's so Urban, right?
Yeah. That's
to make his quarterback a weapon.
Right.
I got 10 guys blocking for my quarterback. Yep. Go get it.
Braxton, Tebow, JT, those are his guys.
Get it.
Yes, those are absolutely his guys. And so, the math is always in your favor, or can be in your favor when you go to the quarterback run stuff a lot. I happen to think that they're still going to rely on their backs, right? It sounds like Marshall may be ready to go for them, and he's been a dude. He's got double-digit touchdowns on the year. But I think the thing that should give Buckeye fans confidence that if they do try to go to that more than they have, that being the Underwood run, enter Arvell Reese into this conversation, because Arvell Reese, he showed us, and he's shown us all year, but specifically in that game against Washington, to where leading into that game, you had Patricia and, Coach Day, talking about, hey, he's a little guy, got a little Kyler Murray to his game, right? A little twitchy guy that can get out of the pocket and hurt you. we saw Arvell Reese kind of mirror everything Damon Williams can do. And so if that's something that they go to, this guy I think is going to be flying around along with Sonny, and that can make life difficult for Underwood. And so when you go to the quarterback run, they're never going to ask him, if they do that, to rack up a whole bunch of yards. It's going to be to move the chains. And so he had in his last game 8 carries for 20. In the game before that, it's 9 for 30 and a touchdown. And so the rushing total, as far as the numbers, aren't eye-popping, but baked into that if you get those type of numbers, but also have 2 to 3, maybe even 4 first downs inside of that 20 to 30 yards, that's doing a lot of damage there as well. And so especially for Julian, and obviously both these quarterbacks, it's playing a clean game. But on the Ohio State side of things, where this has kind of gone wrong for them is the last 3 years in this matchup is every quarterback for Ohio State's got 2 interceptions in the game. You look at last year for Will, Kyle McCord, and C.J. Stroud. And so 3 years running to where the Ohio State quarterback has, either because of his doing or maybe somebody else not doing their job, there's been 2 interceptions on the board for Michigan. And so those small things, I cannot wait to see which quarterback has the cleanest game. And I thought about this too last night, AR, because we talked a lot about Patricia and the games that he can play with Bryce Underwood. Well, on Michigan side of things as well, there's a very experienced defensive coordinator in Wink Martindale. And his MO throughout his time in the NFL and here at Michigan has been he's going to be a very aggressive in coming after a young quarterback. So there's 2 very experienced defensive coordinators that are going up against young quarterbacks in this game on Saturday afternoon.
So what Wink has done, I believe, in watching the handful of their games lately, is they've kind of backed off of that. In the beginning, they were that. And they were getting burned a little bit. And now I think it's pick and choose your spots, and certainly against Ohio State. And if I was coaching against Ohio State in typical passing situations, I've said this all year, I think a lot of these coaches have said, we're going to cover. We're dropping 8. We're dropping 7. We're just doing that. We're not going to blitz them. We're not, because we can't take a chance. We need 2 guys on Jeremiah. We need guys shading over that way. We just need help. And what I've learned is that these teams that don't blitz Sand are just dying later. And to me, the only chance you have is to get the ball out of his hands early. And that way maybe you can not suffer the massive play.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Making teams cover for 10, 15 seconds against this guy,
it's not where you want to be.
And he can move. I think that may have been the common opinion before the season started, that you can pen him in a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's not a monster quarterback. And I think you can probably make him throw with guys with defenders in his face. And that's the way to get to Julian Sand. But what he's proven now is that he can get out of the pocket.
And the accuracy is still there when he does it.
Yeah. So because in the spring game, I noticed if he didn't slide and create a passing angle for himself, balls were getting batted down, and now his whole feel for the game has changed.
Yeah.
If your feel for your own game has not changed and you still can't find the energy to get going, then it's time for you to take the free TRT test at Synergenics and Low T Center. Told you this before, the power's in the numbers. You've got questions, they'll give you the answer. You can walk in before 10 a.m. to any Low T Center, either the one in Gahanna or Dublin, or you can book ahead at fixmylowt.com, and it's free, not hundreds of dollars, so right now it is free. Get in there and find out. Guys have stated their testimony is they feel full of energy, and they're not like waiting for it to kick in later in the day. So this is the time. No appointment necessary, like I said, before 10 a.m., but it's so easy to just book the time you want at fixmylowt.com, and they'll give you the power to choose. If you want to get in on it, then, of course, you'll have the power to choose if you want to be treated at the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. Either way, it starts with that free test. The on-site lab will get you those results back in 20 minutes. So if you've started to notice your focus is off, you're slipping up on the job, you just don't feel yourself anymore, and you're looking for answers, don't come up short anymore. Low T Center, and the place to book it right now, fixmylowt.com. We'll come back with the senior NFL insider from ESPN, Adam Schefter. The Burrow tease for last week, is it real this time around for tomorrow? We'll ask him next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
'Tis the season to be hungry at Roosters. That's why for every $50 spent on Roosters gift cards, you'll receive a $10 Rooster Buck back in your stocking. May your holidays be filled with friends and family, love and laughter, and of course, Roosters wings. Go to roosterswings.com today or drop by any Roosters location to purchase your $50 holiday gift cards and receive a $10 Rooster Buck in return. Happy holidays from all of us at Roosters. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Warm up with toasted burritos, bowls, and quesadillas at Hothead Burritos. Crispy golden on the outside, perfectly melted cheese on the inside. Let us toast yours today because everything's better toasted at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Rossman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
All right, it's that time of the week we get to tap the brain of the senior NFL insider from ESPN, the one and only Adam Schefter. My man, happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to make the assumption you'll be working tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a show in the city. We're doing Get Up at 8 to 10 Eastern. I'll be on my way into New York City about 5:30 in the morning. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody, right?
Absolutely. Should be fun. It always is a great holiday because we got a lot of football to talk about. Joe Burrow wants to play. Is he playing? That was kind of a little bit of a tease last week.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to play. Again, could they change their mind at the last moment? Of course. But I think everybody expects that he's going to play. They've made roster moves that reflects he's going to play. That's the plan, that he's going to play. That's what he was hoping to do. So, yeah, I'm operating under the assumption that he will be out there on Thursday night against the Baltimore Ravens. It would have been great if he could have played last week. I think that they just felt like it was a little bit too much physically to have 2 games in 5 days and decide to hold him out in a game that he might have helped them win.
So he didn't have some sort of, obviously he didn't have a setback, anything on Friday.
No.
It was just the way the schedule fell.
Yeah, I think it was. I think that was really the deal. Zach Taylor made the decision on Friday that Joe wouldn't play against the Patriots. And like I said, they very well might have won the game if he had played, but unfortunately he didn't. They opted to follow a more conservative path, and that conservative path leads us into Thursday night.
Shefty, sticking down there in Cincinnati, are you surprised that the Bengals haven't put Trey Hendrickson on IR?
A little bit. I mean, he's been out for a while now. And, look, this happens across the league all the time. There are certain players who recover faster than expected, others who don't, different timelines. I mean, the Buccaneers never put Bucky Irving on injury reserve, and he's been out since week 4, and he's coming back this week. So, again, it just depends on the player, the situation, but that's where they're at with him.
So the Cowboys obviously play on Thanksgiving. They got a massive win, and George Pickens is having a season like no other. And now it's one of those things where he's playing for his next deal. Do you think the Cowboys would not let him out of that star, right? I mean, it feels like this is a season that they would say, hey, we got a guy here and we're going to extend him. What do you think?
I think that they will want him back. Undoubtedly. And they have the tag as an option if they can't get a deal worked out. So they can always tag him. So therefore, I do think he'll be back in that regard because they can always lock him in if they can't get a deal done. But their goal is going to be to get that deal done, to lock him in. Now, the interesting part, of course, is that he's got the same agent as Micah Parsons. And we know how that went last summer, right? So, that creates a little bit of intrigue to the whole thing.
The other intrigue is that you never know how a guy like that is going to emotionally take the tag.
Well, yes, but the tag for him is something like $29 million.
Right.
And of course, look, that's what an agent does is he secures the best deal possible. But he's going to want to cash in on the season. Absolutely. And he should. I mean, the time is going to be right. He's parlaying this season into perfect timing in his contract. He took the chance to play this year. He's balled out. He's been as good as any receiver in the league, just about. And he's going to get paid. Again, I just think from a practical sense, business standpoint, Dallas will do what it can to get him re-signed. I would think he'll want to re-sign. If the two sides come up with a fair deal done. If they don't, that's where I think Dallas has the leverage of putting a tag on him, which I'm sure he wouldn't want, but that's an option that the Cowboys have under the CBA that I'm sure they would exercise.
So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had bad injury luck all year long and still found a way to be a pretty good football team. And now here we are with Baker Mayfield dealing with an injury. How significant is this injury, Shefty, and how long is he going to be out?
Well, it's a very painful injury to have to get through. And my sense is that, he's going to try to play on Sunday. And so I think, he's a tough guy. When he went down there on the sideline, when he went down Sunday night, and he was in street clothes and in a sling, I thought, well, this guy may be done for the season. I really thought that. But they went through tests and turned out to be a sprained AC joint. And they told me on Monday they were not ready to rule him out. Now, I think what happens is they get closer to Sunday, they see how he's feeling. I think you could always kind of shoot up that area, numb it for a few hours, and see if he can get through. And as tough as Baker is, that wouldn't surprise me. So I don't know that he'll miss any time, amazingly enough. It's certainly possible, but he's going to try to play on Sunday. We'll see whether he can get it done.
The Vikings seem like they're an absolute mess right now, and this was a competitive team for a little while, especially with that defense. Now McCarthy's in concussion protocol, and he may need a mental break as much as he needs a physical break, but I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Max Brosmer could get the start Sunday in Seattle against that defense. What are you hearing about J.J. McCarthy and what the Vikes are up against here?
Well, he's in concussion protocol. I think anytime anybody's in a concussion protocol like that, it's a surprise if they play in that week. I think when you're in protocol, you automatically assume you're going to miss at least 1 week, maybe more. Look at C.J. Stroud. I know that was a hard hit, but he's missed 3 games. This would be his 4th if he can't come back this week. So I think we operate under the assumption that J.J. is not going to play. Okay, that's the short term. What about the long term? They've got an issue on their hands because they believe in J.J., they like J.J., but they can't count on J.J. right now. Yeah. So what do? You got to find some sort of alternative to cover yourself in the event that he doesn't improve. And, it is a lot of pressure on a young man. And so he's been through a lot already. You hope he can come out of it on the other side. He's around the right people. We'll see if he can get that done. But, yeah, they're not going to be able to go into next season with just J.J. McCarthy. It's just not – that's not what they're going to do. And, by the way, I'll also say I watched Max Brosmer over the summer. That guy really impressed me. Really impressed me when I watched him over the summer.
Yeah, he's a smart kid.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what he can bring. I mean, it's a big jump, but in the preseason, he lit it up. I'm not comparing it to anybody, but there are certain times when I watch preseason football, and I'm like, this guy popped. And I remember Dak Prescott popped in the preseason. Russell Wilson popped in the preseason. Brock Purdy popped in the preseason. Now, again, Max Brosmer may crash and burn on Sunday in Seattle. Many quarterbacks have. But he looked good in the summer, and I'm curious to see how he fares in the regular season now in a tough assignment.
You got to be equally as curious if your boys can beat Ohio State for a fifth straight time on Saturday.
That's amazing. A fifth straight time. Wow. I mean, look, here's the deal. Ohio State's the best team in the country. They've got the most talent. They're the best team. They should handle business. It shouldn't be that hard. They should win that game.
I don't know where Michigan would have an edge. I can't quite find one, except being home.
Again, Ohio State's the better football team. They're the number one team. They've got all the talent. It should not be, they should win the game handily. They should. But I will say, I thought the same thing last year, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, we could probably replay this interview the last several years, and you probably would have said the same thing because that's how it was set up. So is that what gives you hope that your team could pull an upset? Is that trend has been coming through the last few years?
Now, that would be the wrong to say that I have hope that they'll pull an upset. I'm very realistic about the situation. Like I said, I expect that your team would win the game. You're the best team. You just are. So if Michigan's going to find a way to win, it would be in the intangibles. They're at home. They get a turnover. They get some momentum. All those things start rallying together. But I just think your team is so loaded. I don't have hope for that to happen, but I would love for my team to prove me wrong.
Yep. I hear you, bud. Wishing you the best with your family. Have a great week. Enjoy it, and we'll talk again next week.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. To everybody out there, have a great Thanksgiving Day.
You too. Adam Schefter, senior NFL insider for ESPN. He gets it. He knows. Still a 10-point spread for Ohio State. Now, up next is the Buckeye Bulletin, and bulletin may be the operative word. Could there be some bulletin board material coming from that state up north from an Ohio kid, no less? That's next. You'll hear it. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Get ready to play, win, and celebrate at El Dorado Scioto Downs, your ultimate Caesars Rewards destination. Earn rewards every time you play or dine with the most exciting loyalty program around. Take your pick from 1,700 hot new games, award-winning brews, and Guy Fieri's out-of-bounds 68-layer lasagna. And big news, Scioto Downs will host the prestigious Breeders' Crown in 2026, featuring 12 championship races. Feel the energy at El Dorado Scioto Downs, where Caesars Rewards never stop. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem, call 1-800-589-9966. Visit Caesars.com/Scioto Downs for details.
When you need a mini excavator or a not so mini excavator, lean on Green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help you take a big step toward a mini excavator in one of 17 different sizes, from 2,000 to 18,000 pound machines, with 6 to 24 feet of reach and 5 to 15 feet digging depth. Though in the most rental locations, and it's no wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on Green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Oh, no.
That's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound, that's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
One day only Thanksgiving Day deals are coming to Lowe's.com. Plus, members get early access to online Black Friday doorbuster deals on gifting favorites, like the still trending Cobalt Mini Toolbox for just $14.98. Don't miss up to 50% off for one day only at Lowe's.com. We help, you save. Valid 11/27 only on Lowe's.com. Member only doorbusters and midnight Eastern. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change while supplies last.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. How much income will you need to retire? Let us help make sure you reach your financial goals. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. SafeHarborOh.com.
What's up? It's Matty Ice. Black Friday deals are here and they're happening all month long at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Right now, you can lease a brand new 25 or 26 Chevy Trax LT for just $299 a month for 36 months. Or if you prefer to finance, get it for only $329 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. With over 20 Trax in stock, you're sure to find the perfect fit for your lifestyle. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Tell Ohio Credit Union Business Banking is there whether you need a loan to grow your operations or cash flow solutions to keep things moving forward. Real talk about what matters to your business. Visit telohio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Telhio is open to all in Central and Southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you have an unhealthy obsession with the Blue Jackets, we have just the remedy. Join us Wednesday nights at 7 for the Inside Edge. All the Jackets and hockey conversation you can handle. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another furnace breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day furnace installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. So this week is obviously intense, but I've noticed that maybe the bulletin board stuff is kind of in the past. Like, in my mind, like there's been some things said, but nothing that really had any teeth. And, Bobby, we'll have Carp on tomorrow, actually, because we had a short show today.
Friday, big dog.
Yeah, I'm Friday.
We'll be eating turkey tomorrow.
Oh, I thought Reeser had me coming in to do a show. So, Friday.
Yep.
And Bob likes the kid that I was a part of the media scrum in 1995 when Terry Glenn, infamously said that Michigan is nothing. And so now back in 1995, you couldn't, log on to Twitter and see the soundbite.
Twitter.
Exactly.
Quote, right?
This was where Lloyd Carr would have to call down, his staff would have to call down to the affiliates here in Columbus. He'd have to go to his Detroit people, probably, and say, hey, who do you know at ABC in Columbus? Or who do you know at CBS? I heard that Terry Glenn said, we're nothing. I want that clip. I'm going to make copies for every one of my players. I'm going to put it in their locker on a VHS tape, and they're all going to watch it, and that's going to be the key to victory. And guess what? It happened to work. So Bobby likes to kid me that I was the one, or I was there for that. It did come out of our sports department. I'm not going to lie. I had zero to do with it. I didn't know it. I mean, it was my second year in Columbus.
So it was Clay.
No, it wasn't. It was not. It was probably the original loose cannon, whoever we had producing. So I just wanted to give you like how that worked back then. It was pretty like, and you had to. And by the way, that wasn't something you put in a FedEx envelope and shipped up to Michigan that week.
Yeah,
they would buy satellite time, and this is how weird this sounds to me. And you would go down, you would take this tape, and you'd go down into the master control area of the TV station, and they would beam up the satellite to that affiliate in Detroit, and you would feed the interview to them that they could record, and then that's how it happened.
Now it literally can go from somebody's cell phone to their social media account, and then it's viral everywhere.
Yeah,
in a blink of an eye.
So quick. So
it's crazy.
Now, I'm going to tell you the reason I told that story is because I was there at the interview in the atrium at the Woody, and I remember what Terry said, and I remember what I think he was trying to say. The question was, because remember, the question never made it out there. It was just the quote. And what I believe in my mind at the time being there, Terry was asked, do you prepare for Michigan any differently than the other teams? And I truly believe that after he said Michigan is nobody, he dropped or Michigan is no different. That's what he meant. That we don't look at that any differently. That basically the routine is the routine, or, and whether it was true or not is up to interpretation. But that phrase, Michigan is nobody, is from the 95 season. And you know how that 95 game went because Charles Woodson and the whole deal and all that. So it was obviously incredible because I think Woodson picked off 2 passes that were intended for Terry. And it was almost folklorish the way that happened. So during the break, Jordan Marshall, who is a running back for Michigan, who didn't play last week against Maryland, who, by the way, is a former Mr. Ohio football.
Moeller kid, right?
Moeller kid, 23. In 2023, he won Mr. Ohio. And he's a 4-star kid. He's a top 10 kid out of Ohio and went to Michigan. And he was asked, I think he was very proud that he chose Michigan, clearly. And he's been a very good back for them. And he says 100% I'm playing this week, that he wouldn't miss it for the world. So if there was any question about him playing, he says that's not true. I am playing. And then I guess he was asked about why he picked Michigan over Ohio State. And it certainly sounded oddly personal for him.
I really liked Tony Alford. He would probably be one of the reasons that I went there. I did like a few other people, and that's truly why I didn't pick there. And I think Coach Alford would tell you the same. He came here and he sees the best head coach in the Big Ten in college football, and how he carries himself and how he puts himself over the team, and it's all about culture, and that's what I wanted to be around. I didn't want to be around people that were about themselves, and I truly just believe that. That's why Coach Alford came here too, is he knew that he wanted to be around better people.
Be around, did I hear that correctly? Be around better people?
You heard it correctly, sir.
So he was fine up until like the last 2 sentences. Like it was fine because everyone could understand it. This felt right to me. The culture felt right to me. This is what every college kid would say. I like my position coach, all that. And that's fine. Yeah. That's exactly what you expect to hear. And then he started to move down that road of giving out a little too much, which is almost like he's heard what Tony Alford. And Tony Alford, real fast, this is a guy who's coached and developed 1,000-yard back after 1,000-yard back at Ohio State. So whether it was Zeke or Webb or J.K. or Travion, you name them, he's had them. I mean, J.K., I think, was a true freshman. So all those guys are in Alford's coaching tree. So it's odd for me to hear that.
I love it, though, because that just adds to the game. And who knows? We don't know how it's going to register over there. I don't know if Arvell Reese or Caden Curry or any of those guys are going to care about that. But this is just a little bit something extra that I'm here for going into the game. Because it's a personal shot at the people over there. This isn't even football stuff that he's talking about. He's talking about how these people are wired and how essentially those are selfish people that are suiting up for Ohio State and maybe even some members on the staff. I don't know. And so, yeah, this will now spread around Buckeye Nation, and this will spread around over there at the Woody. And I don't know if this stuff has any impact on the game. It probably won't. But if now this adds a little bit to the, well, I don't even know if you can have any more motivation as a defense already going into this game. But now this adds just a little bit to it. I think certain guys will hear this and, add a little bit more gas to their tank. And so, yeah, it's a bold quote. It's a spicy quote. And it's a personal shot at some of the people over there that suit up for Ohio State week in and week out.
He's been around Ohio a long time, Tony Alford. And it's an odd thing for his player to reveal that not only did I want to be here because I wanted to be around these people, and that's fine. That was you should have stopped there. And then he goes to the quote is,
I truly didn't want to be around people that were about themselves. That's why Coach Alford came here too. He wanted to be around better people.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-wee. Here we go, TLC. It's on now.
And he's too young for him to be talking about Urban.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Thanks for coming on the station earlier today, though.
This qualifies as bulletin board material for me. Does it matter? Will it have
I
an
don't
impact
know if
on
it has
the
any
game?
real staying power, but it's the first bit of bite we've had this week.
No doubt. That's not cliche, just coach speak or player speak.
For all of those people who think that Joe Burrow shouldn't play and should shut it down, he's got an answer for you. You'll hear it after a Fan Sports Update. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
It's finally here. Rivalry Week.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
We're talking about the Buckeyes and meat chicken all damn week. Join us, the Fan.
Picture it, your holiday table. The family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Limit 10. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's Happy Honda Days and Black Friday savings together at Germain Honda of Dublin. Strike now because through December 1st, get 0% APR up to 60 months on new Hondas. And you're even going to get 90 days until your first payment on both new and used vehicles. Rich has hundreds of vehicles in stock. The selection has never been better. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270. In-stock units only, not valid on prior sales. With approved credit, must qualify through primary lender. See dealer for details.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires.
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change.
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Before you buy a diamond, visit Diamond Seller, because not all jewelers are created equal. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Seller. For over 78 years, we've set the standard for craftsmanship, service, and value. Our in-house jewelers and gemologists work together to ensure every diamond is as brilliant as the person you love. All backed by our guaranteed best price. We don't just sell rings, we build relationships that last generations. So this holiday, before you say yes, make sure it's with the jeweler that's been trusted for over 7 decades. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine when I feel refreshing mountain dew. So give me my good hands, give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
I love a good Hollywood casino party. Scotty Vegas here, and there are so many reasons to party on Sunday, December 7th with us. Watch the college football playoff bracket come out with us at noon. Watch the Browns, Bengals, and Steelers games all at 1 o'clock with us. Then parlay the great food, huge screens, and best big-time prizes at the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're watching. We're watching. Let's watch together. Sunday, December 7th at Hollywood Casino. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back for a limited time, the French dip from Firehouse Subs. Piled high with premium roast beef, caramelized onions, and melty provolone cheese on a freshly toasted garlic butter roll. Served with warm, savory au jus for dipping. This premium French dip is only at Firehouse Subs for a limited time. Head to your nearest Firehouse Subs or order ahead and skip the line. And remember, Firehouse Subs catering is perfect to feed the whole crew on game day. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last.
When it comes to prostate cancer, go to pcf.org for the help you need to navigate this disease and make the right decisions for yourself. Go to pcf.org today.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Ohio State women's basketball team in action right now over on the Fan 2. They're taking on number 21 West Virginia in the championship game of the Baha Mar Pink Flamingo tournament down in the Bahamas. They're midway through the second quarter. In that one, West Virginia has a 25-21 lead on the Buckeyes. The Columbus Blue Jackets hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs at 7 tonight. Zach Werenski, he's in. Kirill Marchenko, Matthew Olivier are not. That means forward Luca Pinelli makes his NHL debut tonight. Defenseman Brandon Smith makes his CBJ debut. Jet Greaves gets the start in net. Austin Matthews makes his return to the lineup for Toronto. Pre-game coverage here on The Fan begins at 6:30. This one brought to you by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online, sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
How excited are you to play with him on Thursday?
It's good to have him back. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy I got my friend back out there. Glad he back. I know he's excited for it. We're not a better game for him to come back and show what he can do.
I just want to go and play well. I want to go and win games. That's what we try to do. Go make plays, get my guys the ball. I just want to go and play well.
I guess I just missed my friend.
Missed the homie.
Mm-hmm.
It's this guy.
Found his little Andy Dufresne on the boat, shining it up. I guess I just missed my friend. That's Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. So I started thinking about, was it stupid to not play him last Sunday and to play him this Sunday? And my first instinct was this. Was last Sunday meant more because it came before this one. And so if you would have won that game, which was winnable, then you see how Joe responds after that game. How's the toe feel? How do you feel? Did you suffer any setbacks? Can you go on a short week Thursday against a division rival? I thought that would have been the better way to play it, because if you are playing to stay alive and you win that game and now you're 4-7 going into Baltimore. And then I thought about it for a little bit, and I started thinking, well, the only way in is to make sure you beat your division opponents, that you have to win the division. And so if there was a question about whether you wanted him for New England or Baltimore, then I guess it makes slightly more sense to play him against Baltimore. But now that you've lost the New England game, to me, you're in a really tough spot because you're 3 games back of them, or 3 wins back. So you're in a tough spot anyway. But my first instinct, and you tell me whether I'm right on this, you play him against New England if he's healthy. And then if you win, you then can decide whether he can go on short. Because losing that New England game makes this one tomorrow feel moot. It feels like now you're really chasing it.
I hear what you're saying. Joey B kind of took us inside his mindset last week, where he looked at the path to the playoffs for them is to win the AFC North.
I know.
And so that's what they're thinking. And so they're looking around and they're seeing Baltimore's 2-0 in the division.
It's more important.
The Steelers are 2-1 in the division. We're 2-1 in the division, and we play Baltimore 2 out of the next 3 games.
But my question to you is, when you're 3-7 before that New England game, the real thinking positively, Maddie, is you can go for New England. I'm looking at you can go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Win the game, and then let's hope you can go again in 4 or 5 days. Like, I feel like if we're going to be aggressive with this by playing him, because playing him is the aggressive move. You don't need to play him. Like, you really don't. You're probably out of it. Mathematically, you're not, but this is not in the cards for you.
It's looking bleak. Yeah,
so if you are going to lean aggressive, then lean aggressive.
I think
play him against New England and see how he comes out of the game.
I think they're leaning in towards their aggressiveness in the AFC North. That's the only thing I got for you, is that they're going to look at this game, think that they can clip Baltimore right now. That's a struggling offense.
But the loss from New England still goes in the standings.
I hear you. I'm just going off of what Joey B said and what he told us he thinks that they can do. And he still thinks the division is gettable. If they can grab these 2 against Baltimore, you will get more rest coming out of this Thursday night game. Tomorrow, you'll get 9-10 days or whatever that is going into Buffalo in the next week. And so what stinks about this is that you're still not going to have your top horses. I mean, the 4 of the 5 best players on the team, 2 of those guys aren't playing tomorrow, and T. Higgins and Trey Hendrickson. And Trey Hendrickson's just been out of sight, out of mind. I don't really know what's going on. It's strange to me. But you do have your guy back in Jamar, and we know the chemistry is through the roof with those guys. And Jamar's had a great history of absolutely cooking my Ravens, so I won't be surprised if that's the case. But they're chasing the North, they are. The Kings of the North. They're trying to become the Kings of the North, and they believe that they get this done tomorrow, that door is still open for them. That's what they think. But I hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be fairly big. Like, if you beat Baltimore tomorrow and you get to 4-8.
Who's Pittsburgh play this week, TLC? Who you guys got?
Well, Aaron's coming back to play the Bills, I think.
The Steelers are so boring, I don't even know.
Yeah, you guys
I think
get
Buffalo
at home.
Oh, what else?
Great.
What else did Joey B have to say about his people that said shut her down?
Here's him saying, in relation to the team's record, because I think that's obviously a topic of conversation.
As soon as it happened, I was pushing to do everything that we could to try to get back on the field. I'm a football player. I get paid a lot of money to go and play a game with my friends, and we work really hard, and it's intense, and there's jobs on the line, but at the end of the day, it's a game, and I've worked hard to put myself in this position and get as healthy as I can be to go out and play with these guys, and that's something I wanted to do.
With my friends.
I mean, you got to respect that, though, right?
I really do.
You have to respect that, because he could have easily sat back the rest of the year, AR, cashed in those checks that he's talking about, gone into the offseason, got healthy, and said, I'll see you next year.
No doubt.
I respect the heck out of it, because he doesn't need to do it. And so I can't ask for much more than that. Like, we crush a lot of the guys and talk about the money that they make and what they should be doing because of the coin that they're making, and here he is saying that it's just all about ball for me, and this is just who I am at my core, so I want to go out and do what I do with my friends.
So I can see it both ways. I can admire that, but I can also look at him and say, you're a leader, and you know what you mean to this team, and you just said how much money you make, so that tells me how important you are to this team. And isn't it more important that you don't risk it in a season that's probably lost?
When you say risk it, is that alluding to a long-term injury, like getting
just re-injuring yourself? You've had a million of them.
I don't think these guys think that way. I don't.
I know what I mean. He doesn't think that way. What I'm saying is it the Bengals' job to make him understand? Not that he has to think that way, but to make him understand that you're too important to risk it in a 3-8 season.
I think that's a hard sell to a player that just said what he said. I think that's a really hard sell when the player feels that he's healthy mentally and physically, he's ready to go, and you're telling him he can't go.
Then go last week.
Listen, I hear you.
Like, if you're going to go, then
that's
go.
a tough sell.
You got paid a lot of money last week. You should have been out there.
Like, I need to know. That's kind of what I need to know. And was he asked that and any of that stuff? Was there anything else in there about
no, but there were
not being able to play last week?
Not last week in particular, but there was a lot of stuff about how it's really important for him to play on Thanksgiving.
I think just like a lot of kids, you grow up going through Thanksgiving, you have your meals with your family, and then you go and sit on the couch, and typically there's not a lot on, except football. Back in the day, it was Lions and somebody. You go watch Matthew Stafford throw for 300, 400 some yards with Calvin Johnson and probably lose the game, but it was fun to watch. Those are memories that you have, and so I kind of always wanted to be the person out there.
So you wanted to be the guy throwing for 400 yards and losing? Congratulations. You did that all of last season.
I can understand that. We've heard basketball players say in the NBA, hey, playing on Christmas Day, it's an honor, right? Where everybody in the whole world is watching you, and it's one of the bigger stages the sport has to offer.
That's
right?
it.
Outside of the Super Bowl and the playoffs, like you get to play on Thanksgiving, that means something. So I get that too.
I'll let you know this, AR. We have like 3 cuts in the system, and we don't need to play them all, obviously. But there's a lot of a Thanksgiving theme going on here. And so it's one of two things. I didn't hear it, but maybe he was repeatedly asked Thanksgiving-related questions, or maybe he's expediting the return process for Thanksgiving in particular, and so last week wasn't even really in the question, and like maybe he shouldn't even be out there tomorrow. I don't know.
It was just odd because last week we had those full practice reports, and it just felt like the ramping up was happening, right? Like with just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we find out, I think Friday evening, Schefter reports that he wasn't ready to go. So, no, I mean, you're asking some good questions, AR, but I think they think that they can get the division and spoil one of their division rival seasons.
The only thing that I think makes sense is that the opponent was on a short week, and the opponent on the back end of a short week was more important than the opponent on the front end. Yeah. But my feeling was always, if you're going to be aggressive, when I think playing him is aggressive, just by nature, it's aggressive in 3-8, then you probably try to give it a go against New England. And if you win that game, now the counter to my argument would be, what if they won the game and the toe didn't feel good? And now we can't play Thursday. Then you've just defeated what you've just done against New England. So I think that's kind of where it went. I mean, Shefty told us it earlier in the show that they've taken this was the conservative approach, that maybe to TLC's point, that they were maybe felt last Sunday was a hair of a force, and that they were worried that if we play him, we won't be able to play him again 4 days later. He'll need more recovery time, and which makes it even more weird that they're just forcing this in right now. That's
the answer is why not?
Yeah, I just think, AR, that they believe, whether it's delusional or not, we win this one, we got hope that we can come back and print the shirts for the AFC North this year. I think that's what they're going with.
His coming out before the Pittsburgh game to try to rally his guys told me that that's his mindset.
Yeah, I'm laughing at print the shirt.
Yeah.
They've got the 2 games against Baltimore, 1 more divisional game against the Browns in Week 18.
Yep. And they're at Buffalo in between that. All right, we'll come back and we'll pick the Thanksgiving games. Got 3 good ones. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Matty Ice here. If you're ready for some amazing Black Friday deals, head on over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, where the savings are rolling all month long. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Equinox front-wheel drive LT for just $309 a month for 36 months, or if financing is more your style, grab it for only $415 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
You know, most people will agree with this. Life is a lot better without pain and more comfort. Hey, it's Anthony. I used to buy the over-the-counter insoles, thinking that just the cushion itself would solve everything. It didn't. So I finally got serious about support. I went to the Good Feet store where I was personally fitted for arch supports. I started feeling relief, more stability, and stuff stopped aching. My lower back felt better. I don't care whether you're an athlete or you're retired. Get greater comfort and confidence from personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. That's because their arch supports are designed to align your body from the feet up, and they can help provide relief from pain and discomfort like it has for me. They have an expert staff trained to understand your specific needs, and they recommend the best solutions. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store at one of their convenient locations on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City, or, of course, learn more, a lot more, at goodfeet.com.
'Tis the season for making memories. Give the gift of more time together at Dick's House of Sport and join us for family fun events all season long. Plus, climb a rock wall, test the multi-sport cage, and perfect your swing in a golf simulator. And shop the widest selection of the hottest brands like Nike, FP Movement, Adidas, Carhartt, UGG, and Stanley. Unforgettable moments start here at Dick's House of Sport. Visit dicks.com/House of Sport to see what's happening this season.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Your new Columbus home for the Jim Rome Show is the Fan 2.
Catch the live experience weekdays from 3 to 6.
Just one requirement. Have a take and don't suck. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Jim Rome Show. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies for most of the day today and plunging temperatures down into the 30s by the afternoon, but gusty winds will make it feel like we are in the 20s. For tonight, mostly cloudy with lows in the 20s, but with those gusty winds continuing, our feels like could be in the teens in some spots. And for Thanksgiving Day, mostly cloudy, mainly dry with highs in the 30s, but breezy winds will make it feel like we're in the 20s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Free Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Bet365 time, Maddie. Let's get into it, big dog, because at Bet365, if you're a new customer, they got a nice little goodie bag waiting just for you. That goodie bag is, all you got to do is go over to Bet365 and bet $5, and you are going to get, folks, $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could take that $150 and turn it into something bigger and better when you bet on total spreads, money lines, or player props. Don't miss out on those daily boost and super boost as well.
Right, I told you that I'm cold turkey on hockey betting. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Told you I'm not doing it. I'm so tempted. I'm just not. It's an insane bet to make, and I'm not doing it because I want to bet Tampa against Calgary tonight so badly, and I'm not going to do it. I got one in each game that I'll parlay for tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to just have Jameer run for 50 yards against the Packers. Just give me 50.
Yeah.
50 rushing yards.
50.
I got Jamar Chase over 7.5 catches. Okay?
Yeah.
So I got him 8 at least. And then I got CD getting into the end zone against the Chiefs.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit of a revenge for him, the ball he dropped.
Yeah.
So all three of those parlayed up, a little three-way feast on Thanksgiving Day gets me to plus 370.
Okay, we have a nice little NBA lineup going on ESPN today. 5 o'clock Pistons. Celtics. Pistons, a great story. The matchup I'm really excited to watch is going to be...
I love it.
That was late, but that was for Rothman.
Thank you.
The Timberwolves at the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I have Jackets and that going on at 7:30.
That was great.
I was like, wait, what did I say?
Talking about a really exciting WNBA game, and I'm like, boing.
We started off with Cole with the nickname Baby Chet. That evolved.
We did.
Yeah. 3 weeks.
That evolved into
It was
TLC, and TLC has been the lock since. But Chet Holmgren tonight, taking on the Timberwolves. You'll have Ant-Man and SGA as the headliners, but Chet's a dude. I like his over-under for threes at 1.5. I like the juice on the over at plus 110. So
will he be wearing a heart monitor?
Heart monitors that look like sports bras that all your players wear.
Will he be wearing one of those?
I don't know. But he can go AR. Yeah, so give me the juice plus 110 for Chet Holmgren to hit over 1.5 threes tonight as they welcome in Ant-Man and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply in app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
All right, while you're thinking about your Thanksgiving picks, I'm going to tell you over the last 5 years, taking the favorite to win outright in an NFL game on Thanksgiving is clicking pretty good. Okay. Almost about 70%, just on the money line. Okay. But those favorites are sub 50% against the spread. So the underdogs, if you're betting it against the spread, which we will be right now, the underdogs are coming through a little bit better.
Okay.
Not a ton. It's really a coin. It's actually what gambling is probably in a nutshell. It's about 52% to taking the dog with the points on Thanksgiving Day over the last 5 Thanksgivings. Okay. But if you're just a money line person and some of these are short spreads, that would be something I would lean into that would make me feel a little comfortable trend-wise. But TLC will lay it out for us.
Yeah, I will. So we got the first one, as always. And for a while there, people were trying to get rid of this team. I don't care how bad they were. Keep the Lions in the first game. It's tradition. And holidays are all about tradition. The Lions playing some good football this time of year. 2.5-point favorites against Green Bay.
Boy, I don't think I agree with his take, though. But if the Lions stink, get them out.
Oh, yeah, well, that was an accident. Wait.
Like
but the part of get him out of this.
I thought you meant about them actually playing well because they've been a roller coaster.
Well, yeah, that was a mistake.
Their offensive linemen have been horrible. They were bad against the Giants. They fortunate to win the game.
Yeah,
I was correct about the part of keeping them in Thanksgiving.
No, that's where I disagree. Like if they're bad, get somebody else in there that's got a little bit more relevancy to them. That's what I would like to see are good teams on Thanksgiving. Just me though. Just me.
I don't think you're too alone on that. I'm not married to the fact that I got to see Dallas and Detroit every Thanksgiving. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. But I'm with you. I'm like, we're a flex society now.
That's where I want to be.
We don't like something, give me something else.
Now, lucky for us, the Lions are relevant, and they got some dudes that you want to see on Thanksgiving. So.
I woke up in an era where we had to get up to change the channel. Not a lot, but we did. I remember at some point in my life,
just the antenna.
I don't know. I didn't have to adjust any antenna, but I will tell you, I remember being a little kid and saying, that seems like a long way to go to change that channel.
Hey, Brian.
I guess I'll watch what they give me. Like,
got 3 channels back then.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I grew up with remote controls, but I'm just telling you, I remember in the living room, there was a TV with no remote. And sitting on the couch, once you were there, what was on was on.
Yeah. You were watching a lot of Ed Sullivan back then.
No, I did not. I don't remember watching that. Maddie's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like the Lions, take the home team, lay less than a field goal. I think this was 3.5. I think I jump on Green Bay. Josh Jacobs still banged up. I like what Wilson did last week. I think that maybe the tiebreaker should be that Green Bay, I tell you, it's the offensive line for Detroit that's holding me back on this. They got 4 of their 5 starters. They're listed as questionable. They've been limited this week. It's a short week. Most of those guys played through bumps and bruises in that overtime game. They got a starting center that's not practicing yet. Like, that worries in a rivalry game.
That's exactly where I was leaning.
I tell you what, I probably just talked myself into grabbing the Packers in the 2.5. If I was betting this on my own money and it really mattered, I'd probably tease them up to 3.5. I'd buy the point and ride that way with it. Boy, the Giants just blasted Goff last week. That O-line, but Gibbs saved the day, and he's the difference maker.
Yeah.
And I want him to play well because I got him in fantasy. All right, first instinct, I'm going to go with the Lions because I'm not their team trainer, and I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to, first instinct will be to take Detroit, lay the 2.5.
This is such a big game for Detroit.
Yeah.
They're 1-2 in the division. Green Bay's 2-0 right now. They're looking up at the Bears.
One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. And I do subscribe to this. They were embarrassed at Lambeau to start the year. That matters to me.
And that's why I'm going with the Packers and taking those points. You touched on exactly what I was going to highlight. When you got Micah Parsons and that crew coming to town with a questionable offensive line.
Don't make me switch
I'm
my
going to
pick.
roll with them. So give me the Cheeseheads. Give me the Cheeseheads.
Is your boy Reed playing for the Packers?
He's been limited
Watson's
at
been good.
practice. He has. Jaden Reed's been limited at practice. Don't know if he's going to officially go or not. But I'll go with the Cheeseheads. TLC, you want to put a little bet on this that Eminem will be in the house?
I promise you Eminem will be in the house.
Okay. Because you didn't like when I said I'm picking Eminem squad. Unless you want to put a power core or core
He
power
shows up
on
when it's
this?
convenient. That's all I'm saying.
You want to put a power core on this?
Hey, man, when they were going 0-16 and Dan Orlovsky was running out of the back of the end
He
zone.
wasn't there.
He was a little bit busy at that for those games.
It was on 8 Mile. It was on 8 Mile.
I also believe that the Cowboys and Lions should always play divisional matchups in this game, and so we have some sacrilege taking place. The Chiefs are -3 in Dallas.
Chiefs -3 in Dallas. Getting Pacheco back, I don't know if that matters that much. Man, the Chiefs offense, I'm not loving it right now. I thought it would be a lot better. I'm going to go with the Chiefs, though. The confidence they just got when that Colts game, coming back the way that they did, give me those guys.
You're laying the 3.5?
I'm laying the 3.5 and rolling with KC.
CD and Pickens, man.
Pickens has been on one.
And I think Quinnen and that adding to that defense, it's a little underrated right now.
Real quick on Quinnen, already 15 pressures as a Dallas Cowboy.
He's dominant interior
for 2
now.
games.
I'm saying 15.
Yeah, but he's dominating.
He's going crazy.
He's got to help. Their secondary still blows. I would say I'm a little worried about the Dallas hangover from beating Philly. There's a little bit of that. Maybe they think too highly of themselves.
Roll with me. Come on. Roll with me. Lay the 3.5.
Nope. Home dog.
Nope.
Give me Dallas in the 3.5.
And let's wrap it up here with Cincinnati as a 7-point dog.
Well, you know what we're doing in this. There's no way Maddie's laying that 7. There's no way. I'll bet you some trail mix you're not going to do it.
He hasn't played a game in a while, though.
I don't think he's doing it. I don't think
Rust.
Oh.
You can't prove that, Rusty.
You know what I'm
doing. We're
doing.
both taking the 7.
Of course.
Yes, Burrow's back.
Well, and two, we were looking earlier that Lamar is just not Lamar right now with the hamstring, the ankle stuff, like the offense.
Oh, but Burrow's perfect.
No, but I'm just saying, like one of his strengths he can't really go to right now.
Let me give you this just as a tiebreaker. In the 9 matchups with Burrow against Baltimore, the Bengals have won 3 and lost by 3 or fewer points in 4 of them. So when they do lose, they lose by less than this number.
The 2 last year were crazy games.
But T. Higgins is going to miss the game, too.
Uno's back, though.
All right, so we're both taking the 7.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got Hockey and Hounds on a game night. Damon Severson will join us post-nap in 2 minutes Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Shopping this time of year can be stressful, but when you've got a guy, everything gets a little easier. Meet my guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers.
Hey, common man.
Hitting you one's car today, Bob?
Not yet.
If you're popping the question this holiday season, you'd be an absolute fool not to see Bob at Worthington Jewelers. The store is crowded all the time. Why? Because they give you the best price and service possible, and then people keep coming back.
I'm your guy.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
It's Happy Honda Days and Black Friday savings together at Germain Honda of Dublin. Strike now because through December 1st, get 0% APR up to 60 months on new Hondas. And you're even going to get 90 days until your first payment on both new and used vehicles. Rich has hundreds of vehicles in stock. The selection has never been better. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. In-stock units only, not valid on prior sales. With approved credit, must qualify through primary lender. See dealer for details.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
I love a good Hollywood casino party. Scotty Vegas here, and there are so many reasons to party on Sunday, December 7th with us. Watch the college football playoff bracket come out with us at noon. Watch the Browns, Bengals, and Steelers games all at 1 o'clock with us. Then parlay the great food, huge screens, and best big-time prizes at the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're watching. We're watching. Let's watch together. Sunday, December 7th at Hollywood Casino. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Skyline's Mac and Cheese 3-Way is back. This time with white cheddar cheese and creamy cavatappi pasta. Try a Mac and Cheese 3-Way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You'd think that dog conversation wouldn't necessarily blend with hockey talk.
And you'd be wrong.
You idiots! Like a fine wine and dark chocolate, it's going down smooth. Rothman and Ice present Hockey and Hounds.
Sponsored by Telhio Credit Union. Count on Telhio, Columbus's hometown credit union for all your personal and business banking needs. Learn more at telhio.org.
Now, joining the Hockey and Hounds League is Jackets blue liner Damon Severson, a man who skates hard so his dog Reggie can have a better life.
All right, it's Hockey and Hounds brought to you by Telhio Credit Union and our guy, the CBJ blue liner, Damon Severson, on a game night, Toronto in town, and he's nice enough to join us now. All right, Sevo, I'm not going to bury the lead, bud. You got no Marchie. I think Ollie's out as well. Here come the Leafs. I think Austin Matthews might be back tonight, and you guys are coming off what maybe a lot of people would say was a clunker. So you must feel a little bit of intensity here.
Yeah, we definitely want to have a bounce back game from last game in Washington, end of a road trip, kind of a bit of a tough one for us. So we definitely want to get back on the right foot here, especially at home. We're going to battle through some injuries, but guys are banged up. They're playing through it, and it is what it is. We just kind of got to grind through and try to get a win.
Sivo, one of the things that's been a bit of a thorn in your guys' side this year is just, losing some of those leads in the third period. I think there's been a few of those this year. Anything specific jumping out as to why that's been a thing this year for you guys, unfortunately?
Not like anything crazy. I'd say just we're taking our foot off the gas a little bit in the third and trying to play a little bit more safe at times. We're not really trying to, we're not going out there to try to win the game and try to get that next goal. And it's not like we need to force or anything. It's just we're kind of easing up a little bit, it seems, from my point of view, and not really playing the way we need to play to continually, have success. And if we're up 3-1 or 4-2 or something in the third, usually it's been 2-goal leads. We're not trying to. We're just kind of letting off a little bit. We're not trying to get that next one. And I think that's kind of where, the difference may lie a little bit is we play against some teams like Washington the other night, and they had a couple-goal lead, and they're pressing to get that next goal. And it's not like they're giving anything up or giving up odd man rushes. They're being aggressive, and they're playing a smart hockey game. And I feel like that's kind of where we've run into some issues. Is we're just kind of holding on, hoping to win, rather than going out there and taking advantage and getting it.
You've had a couple nice games against Toronto, though. That has to make you feel pretty good. I think you were +3 in the first win, and then you had maybe 4 or 5 block shots in the second one, which was an overtime thriller. So you feel like you got the Leafs number a little bit. Does that give you some confidence?
I hope so. I know Fantilli likes playing the Leafs, so hopefully he can continue his streak tonight. And it was great to see a couple games now. We've been up in Toronto. He's had some real strong efforts. So as long as he brings his A game, we'll be all right. But it's going to take a lot of us. Just like you said, we got guys who are banged up right now. We're a little bit depleted, but it's going to take all of us just to try to grind one out here and get back, kind of get our groove back.
It's always great to talk to you, and it's always great to talk to Z. And here Z is, Siva, as you know, making some history, becoming the first defenseman in Jackets history to hit 400 career points. And so just the career that he's having is awesome. But just these last 2 seasons back-to-back here, especially last year, Siva, where he was just one of the best in the sport and still is. But just how you've seen him evolve and turn into just an absolute dude. Talk about that from your perspective and seeing that night in and night out.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Obviously, a heck of a hockey player, and you can only imagine what kind of numbers he'd have if he was healthy throughout the majority of his career, and obviously missing some time throughout it so far with some big injuries. But, just having him in the lineup, being able to have that kind of steady presence of an offensive-minded blue liner and playing a good style of hockey for us. Obviously, from right up the road in Michigan, comes down to Columbus and has immediate success. And he's a good buddy of mine. Our wives are close. So a lot of positive things to say about Z and about his family because, nothing but good things and nothing but good memories so far, and hope to continue to create more.
All right, so let's talk about the young guy, though, that I assume you'll be paired with Matejchuk. Give me your thoughts on playing with the 21-year-old kid, Denton, and your pairing and what you may like about it.
Yeah, just 2 Western Canadian guys who, think the game in a similar fashion. We try to play hard defensively and then get up in the rush, play offense when the time's there. And, he's kind of a bit of an undersized guy, but, you can't take that away from him because he competes so hard. He's a quieter, easygoing guy, but, when it comes time to play and go after it, he's right in the mix of everything. So it's been fun playing with him. I know I've had a few different D partners throughout this year and throughout my time here, but easy guy to play with, and it's fun because we can both skate well, move the puck, and we're always trying to read off each other and create plays when they're there and just play solid defensively, take care of our own end first.
All right, so we got Thanksgiving for us here in the States tomorrow, Sivo. I want to throw this at you. If you had to assign one of your teammates to cook a Thanksgiving spread for the boys, who would you trust to cook this spread?
I definitely trust a lot of the wives. That's an easy answer. But I would say I think there's a few of us going over to Good Branson's place. I don't think it's on Thursday. We're going to head over on Saturday just because it works better with kids and everything like that. So we're going to go over to Goody's place. So I'll have to report back after that dinner. I got no doubts it's going to be fantastic. His wife is top notch. So I would say probably a veteran guy in Goody would be the easy answer for sure. But I definitely would pick a lot of the wives over a lot of my teammates. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a smart call. What about the Canadian Thanksgiving? It feels like, or it sounds like it's a little more laid back, maybe a little more like a kickback casual thing. And we play it up huge, like here in America, the national holiday and eating about 8 times a day and napping about 4 times in between. So what is the difference in your mind food-wise? What do you expect as a Canadian going to a Canadian's house for a Thanksgiving feast?
Yeah, the food is usually pretty similar. I'll say it just depends on the person, whether it's, the main focus is obviously with the turkey, the stuffing, mashed potatoes, all that sort of thing. But I definitely would agree with you in the fact that in the U.S., you guys make it into a big thing, which I kind of like. It's kind of like an event. Obviously, there's football on all day, and Canadian Thanksgiving is just kind of it's another like weekend where it's an excuse for family to get together, and it's not quite as built up. So I quite enjoy the American side of the Thanksgiving. So it's fun to kind of. I've been in the States for so long now. You just kind of forget about Canadian Thanksgiving, other than when you say Happy Thanksgiving to your family back home. But I definitely am. I've got accustomed to this Thanksgiving thing down here, and I like the style of, having food all day and enjoying watching some football. And luckily enough, we got a big game and then a day off on Thanksgiving, so we're looking forward to it.
Let's lock in on your head coach here and Coach Dean Evison, year 2 for him, and, had a lot of stuff obviously swirling around the franchise last year. Now here he is resetting, and it looks like you guys could be headed towards another nice season. But just from a player's perspective, how he's approached year 2, had there been major changes to his approach? But I guess what I'm trying to ask Sivo is year 2 for him, have you seen him evolve into, a better coach? Like, what's been the difference from year 1 to year 2, if there's been any difference at all?
I think no matter what profession you're in or what sport or what have you, you're always just trying to evolve and become better than the day before, the year before. And obviously when you have off seasons to kind of regroup and assess your first season, it's you can make adjustments and you can do the things you need to do. So first years, obviously you're coming in trying to make your mark, trying to set a standard for the team, which obviously the whole staff did. And we were close last year, didn't quite get it done to get in the playoffs last year, but that was the goal this year, is just to kind of take that next step and get in the playoffs. Anything can happen. So I think all of us are just trying to evolve and to become better people, better coaches, better players, everything. So I think that's just the key. And looking at year 2 here for, I guess, a lot of the staff that are fairly new, it's just trying to do just that.
All right, I told you I'd update you on the old pumpkin spice litter that we mentioned last time we talked to you a couple of weeks ago, and that was through my friends at Powell Animal Welfare Society. So pause. One of the puppies, Cappuccino, was fostered, and they are going to keep Cappuccino. He is not leaving. That is a foster failure in every sense of the word. We have an application for Macchiato. The other 3, Espresso, Kona, and Frappe, are all still available at Powell Animal Welfare Society. So I want people to know that. They're still accepting applications at this point. The other dog that I want to highlight today comes from my friends at Gigi's, gigis.org, and this is a tan and white boxer named Crouton, appropriately named for Thanksgiving. So Crouton has been just a wonderful dog, sweet-natured girl. She actually finished raising a litter of puppies. She's ready to get back to being on her own and let her puppies kind of flourish. Really affectionate, loves playing with toys and other things, puzzle games. She already knows sit. I know she walks fairly nice on the leash, and probably medium to large because it's a boxer mix. So she's 3 years old and currently weighs about 40 to 45 pounds. Crouton is our dog today from gigis.org. Check her out. I'll put her out there on social. You'll see the picture on the YouTube, and hopefully we can get her a home for the holidays. And also, Sivo, I want to urge people, even though it's probably a little late for Thanksgiving now, but apply for the holiday sleepovers. Like at Franklin County and other shelters, they do where the dog goes home with people with all the food, everything's paid for, and you can basically foster a dog for a few days over the holiday, hopefully over Christmas. People start thinking about that. Certainly the hope is that after you spend a few days with the dog in your home that you'd want to adopt the dog. They've had a lot of success with these holiday sleepovers, so I want to put that out there now so people can start thinking about it for Christmas time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanksgiving, Christmas time, there's no better time to spend time with your family and then have a dog there by your side, sitting by the fire. They cuddle up and play with some toys. So that's kind of fitting the name Crouton right around Thanksgiving and Christmas. But hopefully we get here's some good news and we get some families ready to adopt some great dogs.
Make sure you slip Reg a little food under that table. Nobody's looking anyway.
He's so spoiled. He's always looking. So he's sitting next to me. I was just about to have like my pregame meal, and he's sitting right next to me, just staring up at me with the puppy dog eyes. So he knows what he's doing.
He's the best. All right, have a great game tonight, man. I hope you guys bounce back strong. You've been a resilient crew. I hope it happens tonight for you. Thanks for this.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it. Damon Severson, CBJ defenseman, here on Hockey and Hounds, brought to you by Telhire Credit Union. Our friends have been involved since the very beginning when I started this with Torts, and Telhire Credit Union, proudly serving Ohio since 1934. Columbus's hometown credit union, no doubt about that. Learn more at telhio.org. We come back with Tell the Truth and wrap it up. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years, and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
One day only Thanksgiving Day deals are coming to Lowe's.com. Plus, members get early access to online Black Friday doorbuster deals on gifting favorites, like the still trending Cobalt Mini Toolbox for just $14.98. Don't miss up to 50% off for one day only at Lowe's.com. We help, you save. Valid 11/27 only on Lowe's.com. Member only doorbusters and midnight Eastern. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change while supplies last.
Why settle for a cold burrito when you can get toasted at Hothead Burritos? Crispy golden on the outside, perfectly melted cheese on the inside. Create your burrito quesadilla or bowl and get it toasted at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Looking for Black Friday truck deals? Then head to Germain Toyota. Right now, the savings are straight up and the offers are real. Right now, drive home a 2025 Tacoma with 0% financing up to 48 months with every vehicle sold at MSRP and 20% down. No trade required, or step up to the power of a 2025 or 2026 Tundra. Also 0% financing for up to 72 months. No gimmicks, no games. MSRP pricing and 20% down. No trade needed. 0% Black Friday savings at Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Ryan Day has a radio show, and we air it. What are the odds? Join us Thursday at noon for the cleverly named Ryan Day Show.
Presented by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Every game, every season, your home for Buckeye football, The Fan. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Right now, get 50% off all window styles from Window Nation at windownation.com.
All right, TLC, take us into the Thanksgiving feast.
I'll tell the truth on this.
Okay.
Now, all of the dogs that we promote with Hockey and Hounds are very adorable. But the one that we just had, the YouTube viewers were able to see it, Crouton, that might be the most adorable dog that we've had.
Crouton is not at the shelter right now. She is in a foster that we would need to have an appointment, but it would be very nice to find her a home in all of them. I say this every year. I love every dog. And people ask me like, well, what's going to happen with the breeder dogs? What? I go, and my answer is, I'll worry about that when I have to worry about that.
Yeah.
There are dogs right now that are living their lives in cages. That's their life. They get out, they get walked around, and then they go back in to a kennel. And those are the ones we need to care about. Those are the ones that need a home. Those are the ones that give back times 10,000. So the adoption, I'll never stop pushing it. I think it's the most important thing. I think controlling that and the pet population, there are too many people out there that see dollar signs that are making animals like they're making funnel cakes at Kings Island, and they don't look at them as loving creatures that have so much to give, that deserves so much. And so I always preach adoption. But yeah, she is. Maddie knows this. I've had an affection for boxers my whole life, and I know, and she looks like a little bit like my oldest legend Bogey did, and so they're wonderful dogs, but all of them are. So that's why I tell people, you'll fall in love with anything at the shelter. Like, it takes 5 minutes, and I know there's certain people that want a certain breed, and I understand that, but when you have that aha moment, like when you know that you've changed a life like that, it's like no other. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
Let me ask you this, because I'm here for the name Crouton. How hard is the adjustment for dogs when they already have a name and maybe somebody else wants to go to something else?
Not.
Okay, because maybe some people are thinking about that and maybe giving them some pause as to, hey, this dog is used to that name.
No pun intended. Yeah, I would say no. They get pretty, especially if they're how should I say this? If they respond well to treats, and that's sort of the deal.
It's not a massive adjustment for them.
Not at all.
Gotcha.
Especially when they know you're their person.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, first of all, tell the truth.
And I'm bringing a crouton in for you, apparently, so it's over.
There you go. Tell the truth first, because this will determine which movie I use the drops for today. Have you seen the movie Ted 2?
Yes.
Pretty good. The first one. Yeah. Did not watch the second one.
There's some funny. There are some funny moments in it, Maddie, that you would.
First one was really good. First one was when he got launched off the green monster, right? At Fenway?
Well, that was with Giovanni Ribisi, who's trying to chase him down with the kid and all
Fenway?
that.
Yeah.
Actually, Ted 2 is very watchable, just like Ted the original was. But isn't there a Ted 3?
I don't know. I just have Ted 2 drops. That will be the theme of the day.
You've seen it, obviously.
No, I have not. I've seen one scene because it went viral on Twitter, and I was laughing so hard. And we will.
And that's the one with Mila Kunis, correct? Ted 2.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's some good stuff in it.
In the second one, okay.
Yeah.
I'm knee deep right now in Landman with Billy Bob Thornton on Paramount. Really, really good show.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Oh my goodness! About kind of the oil stuff that happens in Texas, and you got some cartel stuff blended into that. Yeah, so I'm rocking with Landman right now.
Have either one?
Is that the show that Jerry Jones was on?
Maybe. I'm only on season 1, so I don't know if it wouldn't surprise me if he pops up in that.
Speaking of Billy Bob, have you guys seen A Simple Plan, the movie?
No.
That's a wild little ride.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a plane crash.
Yeah.
Find some money.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Billy Bob Thornton introduced me to Halle Berry. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it.
Literally? All righty. I know what he means.
Radio Row?
A certain movie scene that apparently he remembers like no other.
Oh, man. Go ahead, TLC.
Tell the truth. What is the appropriate amount of people at one Thanksgiving dinner table?
Ooh. So there's always been kind of the kids' table was a thing growing up. And so all the aunties, the uncles, my parents, probably about 10 to 15
That's
at the main table.
It's high for me.
Yeah, I remember it being that.
I think 8 is enough.
Not too far off from where I'm at.
8? Actually, wait a minute. I was going to 4 on that side, 4 on this side, 2 on the ends. That would be 10.
Mm-hmm. About 10 to 15.
10 would be, I think, max. Everybody's all jammed in, elbows bumping. You got to make sure you got a lefty-righty situation going. You can't have 2 lefties sitting next to each other because they're using the utensil.
That's on whoever is setting up the party. They got to know these things.
They got to know that. They got to know the roster.
KYP, know your personnel.
It's kind of like on the blue line. I got to know if I got a right shot defenseman or a left shot defenseman.
Exactly.
Like, I can't have 2 people. My brother's a lefty, and he couldn't be on my right. If we went out to dinner with my dad, he could not be on my right. Like, get your elbow out of here. You got to know this stuff.
Why are you saying him?
That was sorry. I talked over that one.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
F. Scott Fitzgerald. Why are you saying him?
Do you like Black Friday NFL?
That's bold. That is a bold drop, man.
Well, it's TLC. What else do you
That's
expect?
right. It's the canon.
Bleeped out.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, did you know that 10 TV couldn't air the Ryan Day cut of him saying fun is kicking ass? I'm hearing all the TV people yesterday. I'm hearing Dom and Adam talk to each other like, oh, we got to bleep that out. And I'm just like, man, TV is a different world than radio.
Really? They've got more family. It's more of a family listener, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, meanwhile, we have drops like this.
With all due respect, that idea ain't worth a velvet painting of a whale and a dolphin getting it on.
You've also got some interesting Jamar
We used to be able to
Chase
say
drops,
that we technically don't.
CB told me that's his favorite drop.
Wait, which one?
You know.
Oh, yeah.
The Jamar Chase.
I was just going to say, like, TV.
Where is it? Hang
on. TV goes.
The Steelers going to try to come in and raw dog us.
Thanksgiving.
I ain't spit on nobody.
TV goes into people's living rooms. It's a different penetration.
Hey,
I know. Just saying.
We're out of control. we're losing control right now. And I'm here. Dangerous. And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Hey, before we go,
get us out of here.
You missed anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3. We'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Common Man and Timmy coming up next. Bet365 is the sponsor, by the way, of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Common Man and Timmy next. Nicole Sheeran 3:30. Jeff Rimmer 5:30. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Be well, eat a lot of food, take a lot of naps, and we will be here for you on Friday at noon. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Listen, I'm a team guy until we lose, and I'm a meat guy.
Drop what you're doing unless you're doing nothing, then keep doing that. It's Rivalry Week.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Go Bucks, beat Michigan.